Well, let's leave that story now and leave Ghana and go straight to Zambia. I beg your pardon. That's East Africa, to be precise, where the Kazungula Bridge on the Zambezi River and the one-stop border facilities in Zambia and Botswana needs over $1 million United States dollars for maintenance annually. Zambia's Revenue Authority Board Chairperson Caleb Vundanga says it is needed to seal the leakage, in quotes, of people smuggling to maximize tax collections and revenue.
Meanwhile, Kazungula Bridge's project manager from Botswana says both governments should quickly look at ways of ensuring the revenue collection.
Well, this is one bridge that questions are being raised, such as where are they going to find that money from, the issue of smuggling, and how are they going to curtail that, and much more, especially the aspect of safeguarding, ensuring that taxes are indeed generated from the use of the bridge. But one big question is, this brings to the fore Africa's biggest plight, if I put it that way, this morning on Breakfast Central. Yes, I said so. Do we ever plan before we proceed or embark on a massive project like this? It's a question that I think you should also think about. We do have edifices being built, we do have structures being put up, and aren't there funds from the government's purse that should take care of these structures as well? Or are they being diverted or being used for something else? So if you do need that money, what does that mean? That they will need to borrow again. And that leads to more borrowing. And therefore, when we go to the UNGA meetings, or if you put it that way, the United Nations General meetings, assembly, you name it, the next question is, we would like to ask that you do away with our borrowings.
Absolutely.
Okay? Cancel the debts.
And these are two countries, that should be, I would expect, should be able to fund these type of projects. And I'm not expecting that there would be a conversation, or there would be a serious conversation about having to borrow $1 million to fix a bridge that is serving both of them. I'm not sure, if that would be easily passed by their both their national assemblies or the House of Assemblies. They should be able to raise these funds, fix the bridge, and keep business going. If smuggling is such a huge problem for both of them, or for these two countries, and the bridge is meant to fix that, then I don't know. They should be able to raise those funds and fix their bridge. It is their bridge.
Well, let me also quickly explain to you, Sarge, very briefly, that this bridge construction cost $259,300,000. Yes. And it started on the 5th of December 2014. It took about 7 years to construct. And in just 7 years after construction, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21,
yeah.
I remember we were here on Breakfast Central, celebrated this bridge when it was launched. And of course, it was open. You had different presidents from different African countries who flew in to celebrate this wonderful bridge. I'm talking about presidents from Zimbabwe, named them from Uganda, and the likes. They were there. They were celebrating that, yes, it's finally done. This is a cable-stayed bridge. The design is amazing. It looks very good, so on and so forth. And now, at the end of the day, after you want to tell me that after all that celebration, it's now a case of, okay, so how do we now maintain the bridge?
Governance in Africa is, it's interesting.
Okay.
It's very interesting. Governance and politics is always very, very interesting. But of course, we'll follow up on this one and see, if they will be able to pull themselves together and, of course, fix their bridge. We've continued to push for, improved trade between countries, improved diplomatic relations between nations across the continent, and we would like to see, that these nations always understand the places where they should come together, and they should be able to work hand in hand to improve on these trade and tourism and the economy of neighboring African countries across the continent. So we'll follow up on this one and see where it leads. We of course will be having a guest joining us very likely sometime later on Breakfast Central tomorrow, hopefully, to share more details about this bridge and the issues with fixing and raising $1 million to get it fixed.